and seeing the opportunities that lie in front of you. Applications are live, so you will be able to apply. It is a lottery. And so we have a special guest here today. We have Congresswoman Kiggins, and she is here to explain to you how she has an experience with aviation. She represents the Eastern Shore, so she advocates for you. And so let's give her a round of applause.
Thank you, and good morning to all of you guys. And just thanks for letting me take a few minutes of your time. I know you're busy today. You're here learning about aerospace and aviation, so I just wanted to come take a few minutes. My current job is, as was described, representing you all up in Washington. I represent you in the United States House of Representatives. So I've been the Congresswoman for about 2 years now. I was a state senator from Virginia Beach before that. And before that, I was a nurse practitioner. So I took care of a lot of older adults in nursing homes. I'm a geriatric nurse practitioner, so I love that job as well. But if you go back even further, I was a mom raising my 4 children, but my first job right after college was as a Navy helicopter pilot. So I had the privilege of being in the military and serving in the Navy, which is a great job for everybody, but flying and being part of aviation was absolutely amazing. It was an amazing job for women. It was an amazing job for everyone. It was just serving the country, being tip of the spear. I'm sure many of you have people who you know who are serving. We've got a large veteran and military population here in Virginia, so I loved that line of work. I picked that job because the first year that I had the opportunity to choose a job in the military was the first year that women could fly in combat, so I thought that was an awesome opportunity for me, and I went to flight school. It took about 3.5 years. Once you sign up to go into the military and you choose aviation, it takes a long time. They'll take you really from I had never flown in an airplane before, but they taught me everything I needed to know, all about aerodynamics and about just how to fly, talk on the radios, what that felt, landing an airplane, but it takes several years, and then you get your wings of gold, and then you go off to the fleet and are deployed. And I deployed a couple times to the Persian Gulf and flew helicopters, and the Navy, servicing different Navy ships, bringing passengers, bringing mail, bringing cargo. So love that job. I met my husband, who's an F-18 pilot. He served for 20 years, and now I've got a son who's actually going to be a Navy pilot who went to the Naval Academy and chose to go to be a pilot too. So we have a big aviation family, and I can certainly speak firsthand about aviation, those job opportunities. But here on the Eastern Shore, you have so many other opportunities, and that's why having this lab school here, this aerospace opportunity for you guys to think about if that's a job you want to pursue. We've got Wallops Island, which is one of our cornerstones for NASA, and I know if you're really watching the news, paying attention, we're trying to have a launch last night, and from what I understand, it was canceled due to maybe some high winds and wasn't able to be launched. But I was out here a couple years ago watching it. Have any of you guys seen a rocket launch from Wallops? You can maybe see if the sky's clear and you're looking from where you all live. It's awesome, right? The fact that we can put all of that technology together, all of that knowledge about aerospace science, and we can put it all in a rocket, knowing that there's experiments that go with it, that there's studies that are going with it, just the technology involved in that actual rocket launch. It's amazing, and we can do that right here in your backyard. So there's no more perfect place to be able to have this type of aerospace program for you guys to learn more about that line of work, that career field. It's a great career, no matter if you're choosing to fly or if you're choosing to be a part of that technology. You know, my job right now in Congress, I have the privilege of sitting on the House Armed Services Committee, so I get to be involved with policy making when it comes to the military and our country's defense. And we were just briefed recently even on the action that some of our aircraft carriers have seen over in the Middle East and the Red Sea, and I know you all know about the conflict in Israel and what's going on, and we send ships there to be a deterrent in that part of the world. And listening to the briefs that we get about the technology with drones and the technology with just anti-missile interceptions, of what we're doing to keep countries safe there and to keep merchant ships safe and to keep our own military and Navy ships safe. It's all a lot of that is aerospace science. How are we intercepting those drones? What does that look like? How are we able to send signals to drones that are in the air to get them to either turn around and go back to where they came from, but not to hit our ships, not to hit those merchant mariners? So all of that is aerospace, right? So if it's defense, if it's if it's just aviation on the, not just the military side, but the civilian side. I'm sure many of you have been in an airplane, to get to point A to point Z. Those are pilots, a lot of them have military experience, but just learning that aviation side. And then what we're doing here on the Eastern Shore at WIPWOP, so much career potential. So that's you guys. You guys are all, what, 8th grade? Everybody's 8th grade? So do you know what you want to do in life? Or anybody know for sure?
Yes.
It's what do you want to do? Do you know yet?
I want to be an ultrasound tech.
Oh, ultrasound, that's great. And there's a lot of healthcare too. I mean, I can come back and speak to you about healthcare jobs. But anybody want to do aerospace? Thinking about it? Good. So, and for those of you who are still kind of undecided and trying to figure out what you're going to do, I mean, pay attention today. I know this is a great opportunity for you all to actually listen and kind of get a taste of what that looks like from the